I'm here at Phantasialand in Germany to answer a question that's been on my mind. Is bigger always better? I've just got back from a trip to Six Flags Qiddiya City and I rode Falcon's Flight a number of times. Soon after this clip I'm going to put in some of my reactions of Falcon's Flight. When I got off my first ride I thought it's got to be the best coaster in the world. I had one or two reruns, wasn't as sure. Now I'm back to one of my favourite ever coasters that I've done much more than 5-6 times, on 5-6 different occasions, to see if it still holds up against the likes of Falcon's Flight. Well, I have already been on it. Let's get my thoughts and see what you think. What do you think? Have you been on Falcon's Flight? Let's just have a quick recap of my reaction on Falcon's Flight and then we'll get on Taron. Where do you begin with a ride like that? Where do you begin with a machine like that? I think I'm going to have to go on it straight away again, but I want everyone in the world to know my first impressions of having just done Falcon's Flight, something that will probably never be repeated on this scale ever again. And oh my goodness, it's the only roller coaster I can remember in my lifetime since being a kid that scared me. The absolute best bit has to be, let me just try and get an angle of it. I can't quite get an angle of it, but before you go up the hill there, you got the vertical drop into the launch, down, and that is just, it feels, what I screamed as I went down is it's real, because we never thought a coaster like this would ever be built. But here we are, in 2025 still, New Year's Eve. I'm Rollercoaster Sam and I've just ridden Falcon's Flight on opening day. Oh my goodness, I need to catch a breath and go back round again. But honestly, it's a new number one, it's got to be. It's absolutely got to be. I'm really intrigued though, is this going to be better than the Mahusiv, that's a new one, Falcon's Flight that I just experienced in Saudi Arabia. I really don't know, what do you guys think? This is a bit of an unknown one for me. Is bigger always better? Or will Taron still hold firm compared to even the likes of Falcon's Flight at 600 foot and 150 miles per hour? I just don't know. I think Taron still might be the better ride. Let's see. I'm going on. So here she comes, the first launch, Taron. Well, I've just gotten off, and obviously I've done Falcon's Flight very recently. It just confirms that Falcon's Flight is another level. Yes, Taron's still top 10 coaster for me, and it's whippy, it's snappy. It's got some things that Falcon's Flight doesn't quite have with that, but this just feels a level under now that I've done Falcon's Flight. Honestly, I did have a thought going around the second half of the layout, which does have some slower sections anyway. It's always almost like a runaway mine train. What a terrible thing to say, but come on. This is what, 70 miles per hour? Falcon's Flight is 150. And what I also thought going around the layout is this is great, but nothing quite compares to hanging off the edge of a cliff at 600 foot, getting ready to go over a 500 foot airtime hill, feeling speeds like I did on Falcon's Flight. Don't take this as hate on Taron. This is what, the 5th time I've been here. I'm going to come many more times in the future. Love it, and I'm sure a night ride will be spectacular as well. But that's my initial thoughts. I might add some more to this video to sum things up later. But I hope you've enjoyed some of the footage of Taron as well. And a bit of a random one comparing like the heights, the extremeness of something like Falcon's Flight to an Intamin that's still extreme but on a much smaller scale. Maybe one lesson to take away from it is there isn't as much in it as you might think. And if somebody preferred Taron, you know what, I wouldn't blame them. I mean, come on, as an overall package and the theming, Taron's got it all. I love this bit. When you do just come round to the first launch here, it feels like people are watching you like you're in a coliseum. You're being sent into battle before the launch. into the main auditorium. Well, just carrying on with some thoughts from Taron. It's been a few hours now. Had a night ride. It was very good. It was better than earlier. You can't see all the transitions, all the elements, of course. It's very dark on there, so it whips you about even more, and it had warmed up. However, you know what, I think these two rides, Falcons Flight as well as Taron, excuse me, being a bit out of breath, just trying to get the last bus, are going to be very close in my top roller coaster rankings. So I'm going to do a video on that soon as well. Oh, sorry, calm down a bit. It was a bit of a crazy moment there as everyone's trying to exit at the same time. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see just how close Falcons Flight and Taron are. Falcons Flight is going to be above Taron. It's a special ride to get on opening day. And it was just a special ride regardless of that. I think, being non-impartial, taking any sort of sentimental value, it was still the better coaster. The first layout's like a hypercoaster, like a small Intamin hypercoaster, a bit like Conda at Wallaby Belgium. And then the second half is just like nothing else in the world, with that vertical drop off the cliff. What a last ride on Taron there, that was brilliant. Anyway, I'm Rollercoaster Sam. I'm going to be getting up to lots more stuff. If you look back on the channel, what I've been doing lately, I've been doing so much. And that's just going to stay going the same. I'm actually going to go to Six Flags Magic Mountain this year at some point. That's a childhood dream park to get to. Look forward to documenting all of that, as well as Knott's Berry Farm there and the Disney parks. And who knows what else will be in store. Definitely a lot though. Cheers guys, bye for now.